What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to the O'Keefe Foundation. Yes, indeed. O'Keefe Foundation fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all those clicks and those likes and the bibbity boobity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Uzurpan and Arjen Hansen. They both want to see me react to this song by the O'Keefe Foundation as they perform the Tool song 46 and 2. Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes, I have. I've done a reaction to this song. It's over here, somewhere on the channel. I'm sure you can find it if you go and search. But yes, I have heard this song before. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, I really enjoyed this song. This was one of my, it's not my favorite song by Tool, but it's definitely up there. I definitely enjoyed this one. But we're talking about the O'Keefe Foundation putting their spin on it. So I don't know how this is going to go. This being a cover, they could play it note for note. They could put their own little spin on it. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea. I have no clue. But I guess we're going to find out. So just with full disclosure to let you know, yes, I have heard the song before, so I will not be taking the song itself into account here in any way, shape, or form. The original song has nothing to do with this. I will be basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on the cover. What the O'Keefe Foundation did with the song. How well they played the song. Did they put their own little spin on it? If they did, how well did they do? If not, and they played the song note for note, how accurate was it? I'll be taking all that into account, but not the original song. Sorry, just being straight up and being honest with you guys. This was posted by O'Keefe Music Foundation, okay? And the video has 26.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Kids cover 46 and 2 by Tool, O'Keefe Music Foundation. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
They got the whole percussion section. I love it. I love it. Look at this. That's outstanding. I love it. They got each kid doing an individual instrument. Hey, look, you do what you gotta do to get the sound that you want to get. And that means you have one person on the bongos, one person on another instrument, look, you do what you gotta do. You know, you just, it's that simple. So That's great. That's fantastic. I'm glad that, and not only that, you're getting more of the kids involved. How cool, man. How very cool. She was on. First phrase, when she went up to the third, little flat. It was a little flat. I heard it. It kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. The second phrase, she nailed it. So maybe it's just because she's a little nervous. Look, it happens. It happens. You know, especially since they're kids. You know, you got to take that into account, right? Wrong. No, you don't. Listen, if these kids are going to be professional musicians, they might as well start being treated like professional musicians. It's really that simple. So, is it cruel? I mean, I guess I can see how people could say that it's cruel, but it's reality. You know, if these kids have any hope or any dreams of wanting to be treated or wanting to be professional musicians, better get used to it. You know, you better get used to, you know, the being held to the same standard. So, you know, I am going to point it out. You better believe it. Absolutely, I'm going to point it out, just like I would point it out with any other professional musician. Now, I understand. I get it. You know, first vocal line, a little nervous, maybe not fully warmed up. Okay. You know, I understand. I get it. I'm not completely unsympathetic. I get it. I understand how that could happen. But if that were to happen to Maynard, would you guys be as forgiving? Would you? No, you wouldn't. So why extend that here? You're not doing it. Listen, I can promise you, you're not doing her any favors by coddling her. You're not. You're not doing her any favors whatsoever. So, you can call me cruel if you want. You can call me insensitive if you want. I call it being realistic and holding her to the same level of professionalism that I would hold any other professional vocalist. That's all there is to it. Nice. Everybody, vocals, guitars, keyboard, percussion, everything was spot on, man. Everything. See, now, no issues, no problems whatsoever. That sounded clean. Now, extra shout out, bass and drums. Not only are they hitting it accurately, not only are they hitting all the right spots, they're relaxed. You can feel it in what they're playing. They are not on edge. They are not tight. They are not rigid. They're relaxed, man, and they're playing, especially the bass player. The bass player is impressing me more than anybody else right now. He is so relaxed and yet on point every single time, every single time, every single hit, every single subdivision. It's all right, spot on, but he's relaxed. He's not stiff. He's not rigid. You know, it's just nice to see that, man. And it's even nicer to hear. The drummer and the bass player right now are in my opinion, are the stars of the show. They have been on point from the beginning, from the downbeat. They've been on point. The guitar players in the intro, if I'm being honest, I would have liked to have heard the notes be a little more staccato and given the delay and a chance to really get the effect that like Adam got. You know, their notes were a little too long. I wish they would have been shortened up just ever so slightly, just a little more staccato. It sounded good. Don't get me wrong. What they played was correct. They were playing the correct notes. I just would have liked to have heard the attacks be a little more staccato, just a little quicker, a little faster, a little quicker to the release, so they can give that delay a chance to really create the effect that they want to get. But yeah, it's coming alive, man. It's coming alive. I think the nerves are starting to disappear a little bit, and I think everyone's starting to relax a little bit, and everybody's starting to groove, and everybody's starting to gel, and that's what you want. That's what you want. Very nice job from everybody on that chorus, man. The chorus was tight. Chorus was tight, man. It was awesome. So tight. Bass player just showing off there. Bass player just showing off there, going over the top for that part and then going right back underneath and playing the exact same part. He didn't have to go over the top. He's just doing that for fun. Gotta love that. I'm having a lot of fun watching the drummer, man. The drummer is really getting into his playing. But at the same time, he's not getting ahead of himself. He's not getting on top of the beat. He's still laid back. He's still in the pocket. But he's really getting into what he's playing. It's fun to watch him. Guitars are sounding solid now, man. Guitars are sounding great now. The two guitar players sound like one, which is fantastic. Percussionists still doing a great job. Got no issue with them. That piano player, it's a nice addition. It's a really nice addition. It's a very welcome addition. I like it. I like where it's going with the piano. That's nice. Bass player, man, I can't say enough about him. I'm sorry. He is, I know I'm a bass player. I know I'm a little biased, but man, he is stealing the show for me. He is. I absolutely dig what he's doing. Vocalist, her, much more confident in her voice. She sounds far more solid in her singing than she did in the first verse. First verse, don't get me wrong, the first verse, she did a fine job other than the first line. The rest of the first verse was fine. I had no issue with it. But now, getting past the chorus, it's, I guess it's confidence, I suppose. I mean, that's what I can think of. But it just sounds better. It doesn't sound any stronger. It's the same power level, the same tone, the same clarity, the same diction, the same vowel formation. It's all the same. It's the delivery. The delivery just seems stronger, which to me, that just screams confidence. And I dig that. I'm glad she came alive. That's great. I wish she could have had that same delivery at the beginning. That would have been awesome. I would have had no issue with her whatsoever if it had been like this at the beginning. But I'm glad it's happening now. Better late than never, right? Right. So I'm glad it's here. I'm glad we're getting a chance to see it. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. More staccato. It's too long. Piano player's got it. Do you hear what I mean, though, about the guitar players? The notes, a little longer. See, the piano player and the bass player are right in sync. They are the length of each note. They're dead on together. And that's what the guitars need to do. The guitars need to get in with the bass, with the piano, with that same level of attack, the same length of attack, the same length of note. They're going past. They're bleeding over. And that we need to get out of that. More staccato. Ah. Oh, that fill. Wait. That fill. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh, the double kick. Together. Nice. No. We're gonna go back. I don't care. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. That ending was spot on. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think that ending that they did, their ending, I think I like it better than Tool's. Honestly, look, not to take anything away from Tool, okay? But they did it exactly like Tool. It was just as clean, but it sounded fuller. It sounded fuller, bigger. And to some extent, I think it even sounded a little more aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to hear it one more time. No, I don't care. Look, hey, it's my show, all right? If you don't like it, too bad. I am going to go back and I'm going to listen to it again. Why? Because it was that freaking good. That's why. God dang it! Woo! Oh! Oh!
Whether you like it or not, learn to love it. It's the best thing going today.
This just got better and better and better and better as it progressed. That's the apex. The ending. That's the apex. My honest opinion, this is just me, and Tool fans, Tool purists, I'm sorry if this is going to upset you. That ending, those last 30 seconds, I think it sounded better than Tool. I'm sorry. I know there's going to be people who are going to be upset by that, but I stand by it. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that ending was stronger than Tool's. I thought it sounded fantastic. Great job, kids. Great job. I know there's going to be credits. Let's play the credits. Why not? We'll give it to them. Who was that bassist? Come on, get to the bass player. Come on! The students. Who were they? Boo! Boo on the credits. Boo those credits. You're not going to give the performers their due? Boo! Shame on you. Shame. Shame on not giving those kids the credit that they earned, the credit that they deserve.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful.
I know they're students, I understand, but you know what? They just did an outstanding cover, and they deserve all the credit that they deserve. And I'm not kidding. I'm upset. I am upset that those kids did not get the recognition that they were deserved and they are due in the credits. Oh, but they'll give the credit to the videographer. They'll give credit to the mixer. They'll give credit to the engineer. They'll give credit to the editor. But all that doesn't matter if you don't have the musicians, right? If you don't have the talent, it doesn't matter about all the other stuff. It doesn't matter. God, anyway. That's upsetting. That's upsetting. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was O'Keefe Foundation with their rendition of the Tool song 46 and 2. This was a request from Uzurpan and Arjan Hansen. All right. I gave it some thought. I took everything into account. And I do mean everything. I took every single thing into account here. And there is a very strong possibility that I may possibly upset some Tool fans. When I did my reaction to this song, I liked the song. I remember I even said I liked the song. I came up with the score, and then just for laughs, I went back and I checked out what I gave the score for the Tool, for the original. And I may upset some Tool fans. I just might. Before I give my score, I would just like to reiterate that I'm not taking the original song into account here in any way, shape, or form. The original song has absolutely nothing to do with this, okay? It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with what these kids did. So I am basing my score completely on the cover, not on the original song, not on the original songwriting. No, and no. Everything I took into account in regards to what the kids did is what I'm basing my score on, okay? So please keep that in mind. Tool fans, get ready to have your minds blown. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I gave the original song, I gave it an 8.2. I'm giving this an 8.5. And I have my reasons. I promise you I'm going to make my reasons known. First of all, they did not take any liberties with the song. They played the song exactly as the original. Having said that, they did add additional voices, the percussion parts. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Very well thought out and very well arranged. The piano, that didn't appear in the original. What a great addition. And yes, I'm not going to sit here and say needed because the original didn't have it, but a very welcome addition. Really helped fill out the sound. And by adding that additional voice, added another layer. Got no issue with that whatsoever. Using 2 guitar players, I think, made a big difference. Listen, you can get the same effect in studio. You can layer guitars. You can layer the guitar to make it sound like 2 guitars, 3 guitars, 17 guitars, however many layers you want to put on, you can do it. But Tool's also notorious for, doing things in studio that they're going to be able to do live. And if they can't get 17 layers of guitar sound live, then they're not going to put it into a studio recording, okay? So you're going to get a bigger sound with 2 guitars. I'm sorry, but you're going to get it. The vocals. Okay, let's tackle the elephant in the room. The very first line, she was like I said, she was a little bit flat on that one note when she went up to the third, right? Okay, we all heard it, okay? We all heard that she was flat. There's no denying it. It was there, okay? Now, I know a lot of people probably got upset that I called her out on it. Okay, well, listen, you can be as upset as you want about it. Here's reality. If these kids have any hope, any dream, any aspirations, any goals of becoming professional musicians and doing this for a living, then you might as well start being treated and have the expectation of being treated like a professional musician here and now. This is one of the things that a lot of kids, when they're kids and they say, I want to be a rock star. Well, guess what? If you want to be a rock star, you gotta start acting the part, and you gotta start working the part, and you gotta start holding yourself accountable to the part, and you gotta start asking people to do the same. You gotta start asking people to treat you as a professional musician. If you want to be one, you better start acting like one and being held to the same standard as one. I love it when these people, they go through life, they go through, their kids and their teenage years saying, I want to be a rock star, or I want to be a movie star, or I want to do this and I want to do that. And they're coddled all the way through. They're coddled. And they got their parents, oh, it's okay, sweetheart. You know, it's okay that you played half that song out of tune. You know, we're here. How's that helping? How's that helping? How is that helping? Is it nurturing? To some extent, yes, I suppose, but it's not helping you get any better. You're being told it's okay to play out of tune. It's okay to play the wrong parts. It's okay to play the wrong note. No, it's not. Not if you want to be a professional. You want to be a professional, you got to start young, holding yourself to that same standard. I did. I absolutely did. And I asked people, when I would get feedback, I would tell people, give it to me straight. What did I do wrong? And I would hear people, oh, nothing, you did everything fine. And I knew for a fact I didn't. I knew for a fact that I screwed up on the 35th and 36th measure. I knew I screwed it up, but nobody would ever call me out on it. So I had to hold myself accountable until I finally got through to people that I'm not going to get better unless you people held me out. Call me out on it. And finally people started doing it, and that held me accountable. And I had to work harder. And now here I am. You know, I am living the dream. I am playing on tours with various bands. I am part of bands that are still touring. Not right at the moment, but you know, we're working on it. It's financing now more than anything. It's getting investors. But you know, it's there though. It's all there, and I've done it. I have traveled all over the world. I have played with various bands. I'm not going to mention any of the bands because I'm not going to put the names out there to have them get slammed against me later or held against me later. I'm not going to do that. You know, you don't name drop. You just don't do that. It's bad for business. I want to get those calls back. So I'm not going to mention the names, but I've been all over the world playing, and I would not have those opportunities. I would not be in the position that I'm in if I had not, at a young age, been held accountable and held to the standards that I was held to. So I love it when people say, oh, you have to take it easy on them because they're kids. No, 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 you don't. Not if you really and truly want to help them. You look at professional athletes who are kids, held to a high standard, higher than all the rest of the kids. What happened to those kids? They got college scholarships. And from college scholarships, they got noticed by scouts. They got drafted. And the next thing you know, they're making mucho dinero. They're making the big bucks in the pros. Do you think that just happens by chance? No, it happens because those kids were held to a higher standard. Plain and simple. So, am I gonna call her out on singing that note flat? You better believe it. I absolutely am. Because if you want to help her, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna hold her to the same standards that you would hold anybody else. Doesn't matter if she's 5 or she's 50. It does not matter. Because the music industry does not care how old or how young you are. They care about one thing, and they make money off you. That's all they care about. So, yes, I'm gonna hold her to the same standard. Absolutely. You better believe it. I'm gonna hold her to the same standard as I would anybody else. And if Maynard's saying that note flat, you better believe I'm gonna call him out on it. So, yes, she sang the note flat. It's undeniable. Go back and listen if you don't believe me. Check it out. It was flat. The rest of the song, she was spot on. Spot on. I dug her vocals, man. Her vocals sounded good. Even when she went up in the falsetto. The funny thing is, the falsetto was a little thin, the falsetto was a little weak, but I'm not sure if that's just because that's how her falsetto is, or if she might have been doing that on purpose for effect, because I couldn't help but notice that when she would go falsetto like that, her voice got a certain amount of sweetness to it. Especially on the descending lines. When she would come down, there was that sweetness to it. Tempered by when she would leave it back to the power. So I'm wondering if that was done on purpose. I'm wondering, and I have a feeling it might be. So smart on her part, really good on her part. The stars of the show, the bass player and the drummer. Did they steal the show or what? Oh man, that drummer, whoo, fun to watch, man. Fun to listen to and fun to watch. He was really into it, man. And the one fill that he did toward the end, snare to the tom, back to the snare, back to the low tom, back to the upper tom, back to the lower tom again. Whew. Clean. How old is this kid? That's incredible. That was absolutely incredible. The bass player, thumping, man. Absolutely thumping. Great attack, great delivery. The subdividing that he was doing with those staccato attacks, man, really nice. Staccato in places, legato in others, all appropriate to where they were done in the original song. He was spot on. Watching the two of them, listening to the two of them, that was a joy. The guitar players, like I said, I mentioned this during the intro when they came in, a little too legato with their attacks. I wish they had been just a little more staccato. But at the same time, I was listening, I didn't hear any delay. I didn't hear any of the echo happening. So maybe they were going legato to cover up the lack of effect. It's possible. I thought about that afterward. And I was like, I didn't hear the echo. I didn't hear the delay. So maybe they were going legato on purpose to fill out the sound. It's very possible. It's very possible. And I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt because of the lack of effect. So it's definitely a possibility. So I'll give him it. I'll give him that. Now listen, all that, just that alone, okay? The first, like I said, the first, 5.5 minutes was outstanding work. Outstanding work. Then we had those last 30 seconds where they just went into overdrive. The sound got full, it got aggressive, and when they got to the end with those 5-hit accent attacks, those 5-hit subdivides, man, they were just those syncopated subdivided attacks all together in unison. Did that sound thick? Did that sound full? Did that sound powerful? Did that sound intense? Did that sound aggressive? You better believe it. And in all honesty, and this is where I know I'm probably going to upset some Tool purists, I liked how it sounded better than the original. I did. I dug those last 30 seconds more than Tool. I thought that sounded outstanding. I went back and I listened to it not once, but twice. I don't do that very often. I don't. It's a rare thing for me to go back and listen to the same thing, not twice, but 3 times in total. And to be truth be told, after I was done and I said, I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it, I went back and I listened to it 2 more times. It was that freaking good. This is how I came to an 8.5. I know fully well that I am scoring this higher than the original. I know fully well that I'm scoring this higher than Tool's rendition of their own song. I know I'm giving this cover a higher score. I'm well aware of that. I am also going to stand by my decision, and I'm going to say that's how it is. Sorry if you're offended, but that's what I believe. I believe they did a better job overall. Overall, I think they did an outstanding job. Granted, there are some things Tool that does better than anyone else. I will grant them that. Comparing Maynard's vocals to this girl's vocals, obviously Maynard blows this girl out of the water. Obviously, okay, clearly. But this girl did a fine job. 99.9% of what she did was fantastic. Like I said, there was that one little note. Okay, well, fine. everyone's entitled to one, right? Everyone's entitled to one screw up, right? Sure, why not? I've never played a perfect show, so I've screwed up plenty of times. So I can understand the screw up. I understand that, you know, going the flat. I get it, you know, but at the same time, Maynard wouldn't have done it. So I got to hold her to the same standard. Sorry, you know, it's just that's reality. But bass, drums, okay. Danny Carey is Danny Carey. Okay, there's never gonna be another one like him. But this kid, I think Danny Carey would have been proud. Straight up. I think Danny Carey would have absolutely been proud of this kid. Did a great job. Great job. The bass. Just as good as Justin, man. Just as good. It sounded fantastic. He even had the same effects going. He even had the same tone going. So I gotta give him credit for that. I was very impressed with this. Very impressed with this. This was a great job. Great job by these kids. And that's why I'm giving the 8.5. I know Tool fans, I'm going to hear it. I'm going to hear it from you. How can you score this higher than Tool? Well, because I can. That's how. My opinion, I'm entitled to it. So, 8.5 is where we're at. 8.5 is where we're going to stay. If you don't like it, too bad. 8.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.